search EMR, right? Click on search EMR and you click on this EMR. Remember this link. Remember, every steps I'm drawing and I'm executing the reason anybody can do it as long as you have access to your cloud. So you have EMR, click on it. So when you click, you will go to brand new page. Don't worry about what you have before because these are all terminated. We are starting brand new by clicking on create cluster. Create cluster. We are creating a brand new cluster. Creating cluster only take 2 to 3 minutes nowadays, so it's pretty good. We can quickly create a cluster. Please understand, there are a few minor things you need to know and then you're good to go. So first you give a cluster name. So right now I'm going to create a cluster name, Jan 17 and 2, because this is my second cluster for today. Give any name of your choice. You are selecting the version of EMR. I'm selecting by default, whatever it is, I'm not changing, so keeping like that. Then you select Hadoop. This is the second version. So click on that. So when you select this thing, please understand there is nothing special we are doing. We select here, and automatically it's selected. Automatically. So this is pretty good. Pretty good. Now, if I scroll down, any questions so far before I move forward? Please understand, we are selecting this, we are selecting this, right? We are not changing anything. Name can be any name. There is no problem. We are not changing any check mark. So there is no problem there either. Scroll down. We are not changing any of these cluster configurations. They're using same uniform. So we are not changing anything. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. We are not changing anything. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. We are not changing anything. Scroll down. When you come here, there's a key part. The first step we need to do is key part. This is the area where I highly recommend you take a little bit careful, because if your key is not created, you will not be able to connect. Next week, I'll connect from my local machine to cluster. We are going to work that way. After like 3 weeks of effort, I'm hoping you are now at least mature enough to set up the cluster, watch clusters, do that. Because now we have to work on a project aspect, right? We can't do like the easy thing because then there's no benefit of this class, right? So now onwards, I will not spend more time in setting up the machine. Assume that you know it, assume you watch recording. If not, I would highly recommend to watch recording because we have a long run to go, right? This is take time, fine. Today is not a big deal, but next week we're going to do focus on big on it. So the first thing we want to do is create key pair. Key pair is essential for AWS activity. What is key pair? It's creating a security key. So let's click on create key pair. So when you click on create key pair, it will open a new window. Please understand. When you open a new window, our goal is to create a PEM key. Most students make mistake because by default is PPK selected. Do not select PPK. Select PEM and give a name. So right now I'm giving name Jan 17 2 because this is second key. Again, you can use previous key, but I'm going with the assumption we are doing brand new. So there is no reusability. I want to make sure all of you can follow consistently. So Jan 72 and PEM. There is no change at all. PEM is the one we are selecting. After PEM, you are going to click on create key pair. So when you click on create key pair will create a key. As soon as you do, it will download key in your local machine. That key is very important. Do not lose that key. So right now, create key pair. So we created key pair. Once it is done, you come back a little bit one step. So you can go back to your cluster where you were there. You're going to browse it. So you go back to your cluster. We created key now. Now we're going to browse that and see that key is created here or not. So click on browse now. Click on browse. So when you click on browse, first thing you're going to do refresh. Refresh. So when you refresh it, and then you search Jan 17 2, you will see the key. So you refresh first. Please understand, you refresh. When you browse, you refresh this. type Jan 17.2. Then you click on choose. So when you click on choose, now choose that. So key is selected. Give me thumbs up if you're here. Good, Priyank. I can see your thumbs up very quickly. Alma is good. Only 2 students. Vera is good. Awesome. Vera, any question? Good. Now you know how to do thumbs up. Good. Melaki is the one only did not type or give me thumbs up, so I'm worried about her. Divan, I'm not seeing your thumbs up, so I'm assuming you're good now.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
I guess my thumbs up's not working.
Yeah, your thumbs up isn't not working. Good. Good, good, good. Okay. If the thumbs up doesn't work, Catherine, I'm good with you. I know you're watching, but Milaki, I have not seen thumbs up or anything, so I'm just worried about her. What's happening? No thumbs up, no typing. I hope she will watch recording because there is no communication going on. Please understand, when you come here, you are going to click on create service role. You see how nicely I'm selecting here? This is where mistake people make. So it's important that you click on create service role. So this will automatically create service role for us automatically, which is good. We want create service role. Well, that's fine. Your microphone doesn't work, it's good. But you can type in chat. Good. Yes, no problem. That's called communications, right? We are communicating remotely. So in interactive distance learning, the only way we can learn is this way. Use something you type, something you give thumbs up. Otherwise, we need to be in classroom, right? Because we are remote, I'm not very clear about which stage you are, right? So it's important. Create service role. So click on create service role. We are not changing anything. Scroll down, and here we're going to click on create instance profile. Pretty easy. We are creating that. That's pretty much it. And good news, we are done. We don't have to change anything. We just need to click on create cluster. Create cluster. Within a minute or two, cluster will be created. So give yourself a little bit time, 1 or 2 minutes, and cluster will be created. The most important problem we've solved today, so I'm very happy. At least those who missed the class will watch the recording. Again, everyone can watch the recording if you are having trouble. You might notice that when you are doing that, it automatically refreshes the screen and you will see 2 links. First, you will see SSM, right? And the second, you will see SSH. So you need 2 links. By default, for me, SSM works. For those who have relaxed the security group, should work without any problem. But those who have a problem, I will still show you how to solve it. So I'm not going to give up, but I just need your confirmation quickly so we can do this nicely. So let's give a minute or 2. It will refresh automatically. If it doesn't refresh, just as a FYI, in case sometimes your internet is not fast, it doesn't refresh, there is a refresh button is given as well. So normally approximately a minute or 2 it will take, and you will start seeing 2 links. So if you don't see that, don't cry, just refresh. And you can see SSM started. Give a little bit time and you will see SSH. While it is doing that, it's very, very important for us that both link gives me that my cluster is good to go. My cluster is good to go. So until I have that, I may not be able to move forward. So let's refresh one more time. And I have both ready. This is my node. So what normally I would suggest is I'll copy this thing and keep it handy. So 226, last 226 is my node. So I'm going to keep it handy. Always remember, because sometimes you only connect to this primary node. So keep it handy. Last 226 is your primary node. And those who have this thing visible, you click on that, click on this primary node, and then you will have a username is root, right? And then you can click on, then you have click on connect and give me thumbs up. because once your primary node is there, you can see instance also. I'm going to copy this instance because it's also nice. Sometime I can find out my machine through instance ID. So I have instance ID, which is my primary node, and I have that username is by default root and connect. Those who are able to see EMR, give me thumbs up. Those who have error, please speak up so we can help you. Or type.
Works for me.
Yes, Meliki, please type if you have questions. I know your microphone is not working, so you can type. Veera, I'm hoping. Still error. Very good. Now, I'll show you so you can follow along, okay? Please help me. Did you capture the what do you call the IDs which I was asking? I'm hoping you did. I captured this thing first. Give me in type, you can type a thumbs up. Without this thing, will not know which node security group we need to relax. So you did this, right? You need to make sure you select, copy that. When you did SSM, there's an instance ID was visible. I hope you copied that also. So that way you know exactly which instance has a problem. So you can copy that instance. So far so good. I copied that. These two things will be identification of your instance. If you're here, I would like to click here so you can jump into that instance. Please follow me. You click here and jump into the instance. So we are going to jump into that instance for troubleshooting. So click on that. So you jump into the instance. Let me know if you're here. In a type in chat, you can say, yes, I'm here. So at least give me idea that you're here. Good, very good, Malik. Now you know how to interactive distance learning. You're certified now. Veera, where are you? This is one requirement, like interactive distance learning. Either you type or use microphone, but use something to communicate. Good. Okay, very good. So I think I got two confirmations, so we're good to hear. Perfect. Now click on security. I'm pretty positive tonight you will be able to connect. So click on security. So when you click on security, you will see there is a security groups here. So please understand, you click on security and you see security group, click on this link. So please understand security, click on security group. Please understand security group. So it will jump to the new page. Now here, you are going to click on edit inbound rule. Edit inbound rule. Okay. Now when you do edit, you are here. You can scroll down a little bit and you need to add rule. You need to add rule. And here select all traffic. And select anywhere IP4. These two things, anywhere IP4. So first you click on add rule. Second, all traffic. Third, anywhere from IP4. And save it. Give me thumbs up if you're able to do so. Very good. This is called spirit. This is the one way you can learn much faster. Excellent communication. Right? Speed matters, guys. Remember, we are learning big data for speed, right? Save it. Make sure you click on save rule. Veera, you have to confirm it. Veera, you're good. all traffic, anywhere IP4, right? And save it. This is security group. Okay. Security group. Very good. Very good. Okay, so Veera, what's the going on? Why it's taking so long? Thank you. Now go back to your EMR. Go back to your EMR and now connect to the SSM. Go back to your EMR, change the tab, go to EMR and connect to the SSM and see if you are able to connect. So SSM, right? Click on SSM from EMR. Remember EMR? This is the EMR. Click on SSM, right? And once you come here, right, it will open the things. You will have same instance. Now connect and you should be able to see EMR. Those who are able to see, just type or say something, give me thumbs up, whichever works. Awesome, Malik, awesome. It's a game changer, came from Yahoo. People hate MapReduce because it's hard. They love Peak because it's so easy, because it's higher level language. This one is powerful, but it requires a lot of programming. So here it's very simple, very similar to SQL. So you just start write in command in one liner like this. Your total programming length may not be more than 100 lines. So most of the Peak job, whenever somebody says Peak job, they're talking about Peak program. You will not have more than 100 lines, I can tell you. So it's very simple to write Peak jobs. So if I scroll down, Peak is very similar as MapReduce, but it is very, very easy. It's a high-level language, right? Line of code is very more in MapReduce. Line of code in a Peak is very easy. It takes less effort to learn it. So how it works? I'm going to skip this thing. I'll come here. So Peak itself has a lot of extensibility. You can use Peak with Python. You can use Peak with Linux shell programming. You can use Peak with Java. You can use Peak with other programming language. So you can extend. Peak itself has an optimization aspect. So when you write a program, that program will go to parser. Parser will check and it optimize what line to work in sequential, what line to work in parallel. Peak does automatically. UDF stands for user-defined function. User-defined function means you can write a program or Python program or R program or Java program, and you can use that program in Pig. I'll show you how to do so. It's easy. It's very easy programming language in a rich operator sets. So how it will work. So we will write a small Pig program and we run. So when we run, there are three options to run. Please pay attention. We'll have a quiz tonight. It will be helpful. So when you run Pig, there are three ways you can run. One is called local mode. Please understand. Pay attention. Remember, when you pay attention, you go learn more and you can go very fast later on. If you don't pay attention, you remain wherever you are, right? So make sure you pay attention. When you run Pig, there are three modes. One is a local mode. It means it read file from Linux. It read file from Linux and it run in a Linux mode. It means it does not use HDFS. That's the beautiful part about local mode. So when you're developing a script, you run in a local mode. You don't have to spend too much time. It's faster. You can do in local mode. So tonight, we're going to spend more time in a local mode. The second is called grunt. Grunt is called interactive mode. Interactive mode. Interactive mode means you write one line, get a result. You write another line, you get a result. So interactive mode. Remember, grunt is interactive mode mostly for debugging purpose. The third is called distributed mode or MapReduce mode. This is something you write for production. So for production, you always use distributed or MapReduce mode. which we'll cover next week. Please understand, local mode for testing purpose. So when you're developing, you do local mode, it use Linux file. Grunt mode always use HDFS file. Interactive mode, but it runs in a HDFS mode. The distributed mode or MapReduce mode, it will run in production. So production, you always run in MapReduce. Why? Because you can have parallel processing. In local mode, you only use one machine. In distributed mode, you can use 50,000 machine, 100,000 machine. Right? So how many modes you have? 3 modes. Local mode, grunt. Grunt normally people don't use after a while, because once you understand, it makes more sense to run locally than grunt. Grunt is something when you are very beginner, and if you want to learn like one line at a time, you use grunt. I used to use grunt, but grunt problem is you cannot save it. But local mode, you write a whole program and run locally. So your entire program is saved. In grunt, each line you run and run. So you are not saving as a program, you are just running one line at a time. So grunt is not useful in the long run, but for troubleshooting, yes. Distributed mode maximize the parallel capacity, so we use that. So far so good. So if you are connected with EMR, just write a pig here. And if you press enter, it will give you something like this, and you will get like that. And if you get, it means your pig is running. Give me thumbs up if you are able to do so. Just write a pig command. And when you write a pig command and press enter, it takes time, and you see this written grunt. It means you enter into interactive mode. Give me thumbs up, those who are able to see or running pig command. In your EMR, just write pig and press enter, and you should be able to see grunt at the bottom. The grunt shows that you are in an interactive mode. So here I can run pig command. If I want to come out from the grunt, you can say, quit, and you will come out. So when you say quit, you come out from grunt mode to normal this mode. So you are in a hash mode. Please understand, if I want to go to grunt again, I just need to write pig, right? And then press enter, I'm in a grunt mode. It means I can run command in interactive mode. And if I want to come out, quit. Questions so far? So far so good? Okay. Now, please understand, if I'm going back to my forum, in my forum, we're going to do small examples so you can appreciate them before we take a break. In a pig, you write multiple line comments using hash sign like this, like that. You can write a comment like that, or you can use this thing. There are multiple ways comment works. So you can write also this. For single line comment, you can use 2-. You can do that. You can use this one. This is like more multi-line. People use this line. This is multi-line. So just like a C# or C programming, you write a comment just like that. Yep, just like that. Now, I'm going to come back later. These are the 3 modes we talk about. Grunt mode, interactive. This will be a question in a quiz. Local mode, single machine for trial purpose or testing purpose. Hadoop mode, where you run MapReduce. Always remember, in production, you always run Hadoop mode. Now, how it will work? So if I do pig space x lowercase local, then program will run in a local mode. So pig space x. So pig lowercase, everything is lowercase, pig space -x local, then it will run in local mode grunt. But if I say pig only, it will automatically go to grunt in a HDFS mode. So -x local means it will run local. But if you run pig -x local and then pig file, then these file, which is the pig command, will run in local machine, means only one machine will run. But if I don't write -x and if I do pig file name, then it will run in a Hadoop MapReduce mode. So in production, I do this. When I'm doing testing, I do local mode. So this is where you need to understand. If you know this thing, you can do almost everything. We're going to do with example. So first thing, what I really want us to understand how Pig does. So Pig is a data flow language. Pig really, it's not a SQL language. SQL kind of similar, but it's not SQL. Pig is a data flow language. So you can get the data. First step is always load. You have to read data. So like example, we create a file and we load the file. Once we load the file, then we can filter, we can join, we can do group, we can do count, we can do order, we can do top, all those things. Each line is a command. And I'm going to cover all those step by step. But in order for me to do that, we need to start with a simple file. Now, good news, Pig like Linux command also. So if you know Linux command, you can use that. We need to create a small file to get started. Now, first, before we take a break, I just want to start with a little bit so it can be interesting. After break, we're gonna before we take a break, we'll destroy the EMR and we'll recreate the EMR. So this way you feel comfortable that creating EMR will be like natural part of our day-to-day life. However, how should we do it? So these are the only command Pig has. But this is a miracle. First command is load, where you load the file. The second command is dump. Dump means like a system out. In any programming language, you do print. This is for temporary printing on console. If you want to restrict certain lines, then you say limit. If you want to order something, you do this. If you want to describe the structure, so this is what we're going to do step by step. We are not going to do all that today. Today is just to have making sure the Pig is set up properly. So what I really want us to do here, first we'll do the simple grunt command. So you will enjoy this thing. First, please understand, in a Linux, there is a file called etc password. So you can copy this command, Control C, and go to your EMR and right click and paste like this. Cat etc password, and if you press enter, you will see the file like this. Why don't you run this command? Don't type too much, right? Because I want you to just see this. So we are saying cat etc password, and you press enter, you see the whole password file. Linux has this file. Give me thumbs up if you're able to run cat etc password. Etc is the directory and password is the file. So this is the file. So this is our dummy data. This is our dummy data. We are going to use this dummy data to learn Pig. And then we'll create, after break, we're going to create our own file and we'll do that. Okay. So please understand, in this file, we have quite a good data. So I want to run this thing in a Pig. So first what I did is I ran the cat command. Please understand, cat command is a pure Linux command, and this is the file name. So now I'm going to grunt and I'm going to use this file and I'm going to show you how it works. Okay. So you can see here, this is the small exercise. Please pay attention. Don't type too much. You need to copy paste. Please. Rule is in Pig, Hive, if you make a small mistake, it's going to take your hours to figure it out. So first thing, what we are learning here, we are saying that load this file which we have, we put in a single quotation. We say load this file using Pig storage. So Pig storage, so means we are going to load to Pig storage, and the file which we are seeing has a column, is a delimiter. Delimiter means separator. So let me just show you, so you will understand. So if you carefully see this file has a delimiter. Do you see the delimiter? Everywhere delimiter. So we are saying that there are a lot of delimiters are there. So this file has a lot of delimiters. Okay, that's what we are saying. So we are saying this file has a lot of delimiters. So please understand, load, this is a single quotation where you're providing file path, which is this one, using Pig storage. Pig storage is a default P capital S capital storage column. So what we are saying is that this file has lots of columns. Each column is separated by colon. each column is separated by column. That's what we are saying. Okay, don't be confused, just a separator. We're going to do multiple, and whatever we load, now we are going to say A. So this is your temporary table, or we call alias or relation. So you store entire file, entire file as A. So now onwards, you don't have to worry about this. The file is stored in A, somewhere in a HDFS. Then we are saying for each, because there are so many rows are there. So we are saying for each, A is nothing but you load the file, generate $0. $0 means first column. And we are saying that name as ID. If you want to get another column, you can say $1 as something. So what you are saying in this file, get the first column. That's what you are saying. And dump B means display. Dump B means display. Let's repeat it. This is the file. We are saying load this file using peak storage. File has a column separated, single quotation. And whatever you load, name that file as A. You can say as a variable. It's a temporary storage. It stores the file as A. Then you can say for each A in the sense of A file has a lot of lines, loop each line and get the first $0 means first column. How do I get first column? Because this guy is going to do separator. So example, column 1, and then your column 2, then your column, then column 3. So the first column will be $0. The second one will be $1. The third one will be $3, $2. And we are giving them English name because $0 no one will know. So we are saying ID. So we are giving this column as a name ID. And dump B will display the value. So what we are trying to get here, if you carefully see here, we are getting the first column name, which is the username. We are trying to get that. Okay, so let's do it together and then we'll take a break. So let's do grunt. So we'll say, sorry, my mistake, pig space -x space local. So you're saying pig space -x space local. So what that means? It means pig space -x local. Local means I'm going to start grunt in a local mode. So pig space -x local, press enter. So when I press enter, it starts grunt in a local mode. Okay, so you can see grunt is in local mode. Now we are not going to type, we're going to step by step run it. So first line is this one. I'm going to copy that, Control C. So you can see that we are saying load this file, single quotation, using peak storage and give that name as A. So if I go here and if I right click and paste, it takes a couple of seconds and it will load that file. So now I have A loaded. If I want to check what did I load it, so I can say dump A semicolon. So I can see what is loaded. So this is beautiful part about pig. See, you can see now entire file, you can see that. You can always go up arrow and you can see what did you do on the first command. So this was the first command and I did dump. So you can always go up arrow through previous command. So this command I don't type. I normally don't type in a real life also. I normally cut and paste. Load command will load the file. Using peak storage, you are saying separator is column and you give a name A. So now this file, peak, remember it. So if we say dump A, it will print the value of A, which you can see right now, it is printing. Give me thumbs up if you are able to do this much. Or ask question. Good, good. Do you want? You guys need to respond me quickly because I don't want to keep you guys busy like this way, making sure. I hope you have the computer, your text, mic, whatever it works. You want just confirm. If you have a question, please ask. Seems like he's not in front of computer. No problem. Now I'll go to the next one, making sure you all understand because this is where the flow is going to happen. So please understand, we load the file A. Now we are saying I want to loop, because file will have lots of line. It can have million line or it can have billion line. So you are saying I want to loop it. And from that file, I want to take the first column. If you want to take second column, you say $1. So you can pick any column. Can I take multiple column? Yeah. So if you want to, let's say $0, then first column. But let's say you want to take second column, then I can say comma $1 as something, as give a name. If I want to take $5, you can say $5 means fifth column, you can give a name. And that will be now stored to B. So B only have, please understand, B only will have one column, and that is the first column from that file. And now when you dump B, you're only going to get one item from that file. So I'm going to copy this line, Control C, and you can go right click and paste it. Right click and paste it. So you are selecting. You can select here. You can see yes, you're selecting. So you will see this one is your first column. You're going to get that first column. So if I press enter, it instantly gets the column, but it is not running. It's keeping in memory. Now when I run dump command, it is running MapReduce. Check it out. So please understand, Pig does not run all command. Pig runs some command. When you run store or dump, when you try to say store or dump, Pig will execute all commands. So Pig kind of optimize the command. So this command, when I ran this command, Pig did not run it. It is optimizing. But when I run this command, Pig will now run this command and this command together, because this is called it triggering the MapReduce. So check it out. After this call, what will happen? I will expect these columns, and here you go, and dump B, and you can see that you got the answer. You see how lightning fast you get it? If I have billions of line, I'll still get the answer in less than a minute. If I have trillions of files or trillions, I'll get less than 1 minute. This is impossible if I try to do in my machine. See if you guys can run this command, first this command, and dump B, and see if you guys get the result. If yes, give me a thumbs up or ask question. Good, very good, very good. So let's say if I want to print dump A, it's still in memory. So you can dump A, will give you everything, right? So let's say example, if this is the 0, please pay attention. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and let's say I want to get this one. So this is my fifth column, and I want to give them name as a path. So please understand, I use up arrow. So this is my up arrow. I can say $5. It means fifth column, and then I can say this is alias. I can say path. So now I have a path. If I press enter, if I print B now, dump B, I'll get a path. So you can see I get a path. So what is the meaning of this kind of thing? So if somebody give you bunch of columns, right, and if you want to take this kind of column, like this column or this column, you can do it. You can do it quickly, right? You can select the column. So if you want a multiple column, pretty easy. So you can use up arrow. You can say, let's say I want $0 first, let's keep it $5, and I can say $0 as ID, comma, right? So now I'm selecting two columns, 0 and 5. C. So I'm selecting, hey, take the first column, name as ID, and take the fifth column, name as a path. So now B file will have two columns, and that created from A file. So A file has everything, but A created from the original file at C password. So P creates this intermediate file every time. Why? To get a better performance. Because this file, you have bunch of columns. From bunch of columns, you selected 0 and fifth column and created a P file. And now you're printing it. So check it out. I did that. Here, I'm showing you $0 as ID and then comma, $5 as a path. Now this will create a B alias, press enter. and dump B. Then press enter. So you can see now you are going to get out 2 columns. You can see here ID and then this thing. Any questions before we take a break now? Good. So Veera, after break, we're gonna do one more time this exercise so you guys can catch up. But before we take a break, let's terminate our what you call cluster. So when you come back, we have opportunity to recreate. So those who are not able to do, they should do it. Remember, this kind of class, we're gonna create cluster multiple times. But you need to have a habit to understand, follow, try it, because you are going to have this type of challenge in a real life. And the best way to learn is to face reality. So right now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to EMR, where my cluster is running, and I click on cluster. Make sure you terminate. So after break, we're going to create one more time. So I'm going to click on a refresh, and you terminate the cluster. So I'm going to click here. Yeah, I click on that. Please understand. I click on this cluster, and I'm going to terminate the cluster. So we don't get charged for 10 minutes while we are taking a break. And after break, we're going to do one more time, making sure Veera and others, Meleki, I hope you will follow and speak up if you are having a challenge, because otherwise, what's the point to take this class if you're not speaking or you're not able to configure it, right? So after break, I really want all of you to have server ready and take responsibility. Speak up, type, everything. Otherwise, next 5 weeks, you will have struggle. And that's not the way you learn big data. Big data should be value addition for you. So I'm going to terminate it. After 10 minutes, we're going to start again a cluster. So exercise we'll do, and then we'll do quiz and we'll call a day. Why? Because I don't want to go too much. I want to make sure you guys, create up machines, learn about it or not. This exercise itself is a project, but the way I have designed it for you, it won't look like that. You just need to relax. It may take maximum 15 to 20 minutes, but you're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot. So first I'm going to explain, then we do the lab. Please understand. In real life, you will get data. I have created some data, which is dummy data I created. You can see this data. Please see on the screen, especially those who are having a challenge. Make sure you pay attention. Those who are I'm not able to understand your email, so I can't directly answer this thing, Veera. I'm not able to understand. I'm still getting an email saying action recommendation, EMR received, revoked a security group rule in the line of. You have. No, that's fine. That email has nothing to do. It's just a recommendations. Has nothing to do with that. It's not a problem. The problem is somewhere you're missing some step, I'm assuming, because there is no other issue you can have, because we have done a security group. That's all. This is like recommendations. When you do security group public, right? When you make EMR public, then it's kind of is recommended. You can also turn off the public, but you're destroying. Remember, as soon as the lab is completed, you're going to destroy. So there is no risk. But if you keep it public, then what AWS is saying, hey, you may have a problem because you're keeping it public. We are not going to keep it public. We're going to destroy. As soon as we are done, we're going to destroy. So don't worry. Please pay attention. Next 20-30 minutes, I need your full attention. So this way you can understand. In real life, this data, I have 3 columns, but you can have a bunch of columns also. You can have hundreds of columns, you can have billions of rows like this. So let's say your data. So this data I have, and I want to learn this data step by step. So I'm here. What I'm saying, this file, I'm giving out this file name as a data. I'm going to create a file name as a data, and this has a 3 column. The first column has a spelling. So in a pig, spelling is called character array. The second column is number. We call integer. And the third column is a spelling we call character array. So this is called data types. Normally, pig use simple data type, integer, float, character array, like that. So you are saying, hey, I'm going to create this file So we're going to create this file using vi command, and we'll give a file name data, and then we will create this file. So when we do vi data, we will create this Linux file. Vi stands for Visual Editor. Data is the file name, and when you press enter, we will go in the screen. We'll press I stands for insert, and we'll copy paste. Once we are done, we're going to do escape, and we're going to save this file with colon WQ. W means write, and Q means quit. I'm going to show you step by step. So first we'll create this file. Okay. Normally in a real life, this file will be given to you, but because we don't have a file, we are creating it. This couple of times we will create a file, and then we'll transfer the file from our local machine. In coming class, I'm hoping you will solve the cluster issue, because this is now known issue. I think the majority of people are able to resolve. So I'm pretty positive all of you will be able to resolve. Couple of times we'll create a file, but most of the time from our local machine, we will transfer the file to cluster, and that I'll show you through FileZilla. So through FileZilla, I will show you how to transfer the file to the cluster. Again, I have to teach a lot of things, but I want you to be mature to learn a lot of things, because otherwise what will happen if I'm doing crawling and you're struggling, I can't even walk because you are not that level, because I need to take you to the marathon, but you are crawling, then I need to crawl along with you. It means maximum we can learn is by walking. So I'm going to teach, but that's all I can teach, because depend on your appetite. So you have to give me thumbs up, you have to act accordingly, you have to do homework, you have to do lab. If you want to learn marathon, maximum money will come here. Okay. And that requires a little bit effort. So some of you have to put more effort because you might be new, right? But you will see the glory. If you don't put effort, you might be able to walk. You will still learn the concept, but it may not be sellable. I'll be honest. Sellable concept will come when you know concept and you can use it. So this exercise, we are creating a file through vi editor. But in real life, someone will give you file. They will put the file in FTP server, pick file. You will take that file and transfer to the Hadoop using HDFS command. I'll show you that in coming class. So we have file. The file name is data. Then we're going to create a pig script. Always pig script have file name dot extension pig. So we're going to create dot pig. You can give any name. So this is my file name data.pig. We are not going to use gedit. We are going to use vi. Vi will work when you have console. If you are using Cloudera, you can use gedit. Gedit will work fine in Cloudera. Now, what we are doing, if you understand this thing, 50% pig you already understand right away. This 5-6 line is a 50% of pig. It is that simple. Trust me, that simple. So pay attention. The first line says that the file which you created is a data. So I'm going to load that data file. So this data file in single quotation. So you're saying single quotation, I'm loading, and it has a 3 column. And each column, I have data type. So you're gonna load this and say this column is name, this column is integer, this column is the string. So you're mapping. This is called, you're mapping data with the column. So this is called flexible mapping. Flexible mapping means, listen carefully. This data does not have a column. This data does not have a column, but you are creating a column on fly, which is beautiful thing. It means schemaless. It's a schemaless, completely schemaless. So if you have 50 column, you pick the column and you can give whatever name you want. So you can see here, first is the name and the second is the data type. First is the name, second is the data type. First is the name and second is the data type. So from this file, I have 3. But if you have 4, I can keep doing that. You don't have to select all column. You can pick the column of your choice, which you want to analyze. So you can get it. And then you give that as a name, data. It means this will be pig intermediate file. This data file is not this file. This file which you have is in Linux. This is a data file which pig maintain. So from this line, what we are reading here, we are reading Linux file. From there, we are reading 3 columns. And now we are creating a data. So this is our first relation, or you can say variable. And for testing purpose, we're going to say dump data. So we're going to say data dump. So this one will show me that I got these 3 columns and I'm able to read. It means my pig is successfully able to load the data. Any questions so far? Okay. So let's do one at a time so we can all understand. So first you can highlight and copy, Control C, highlight and Control C, highlight and do Control C, Control C. Then go to your EMR where you connected. So wherever you are connected, go to there. Wherever you are connected, not here. I can connect one more time. That's fine. Everything is good to go. So this is, yeah, this is the connected, right? So here I'm connected. So I'll say VI. VI stands for Visual Editor space, give a name data, lowercase. So VI space data. VI space data. Make sure you follow along. VI space data. This is the file name. VI is the command. You press enter. So when you press enter, you will come inside. Now here you first press I. I stands for insert. Because by default, when you do VI, by default VI will be read only. Read only. So when you press I, lowercase I, you make it insert. It means you can add content in the file. So you can say I. So you can add content and you right click and paste it. Right click and paste it. So first you do I, right? I stands for insert. You will see the insert part. Then you right click and paste it because you copy that file. So you can see nicely the file is copied. Give me thumbs up or ask question if you have. Good, 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 Emma. How did I come here? VI, right? Very good. Data. Once we do VI, we come to here. Then first thing I did I for insert. Then I right click and paste it. So this is all here. Now we're going to save it. So in order to save, you do escape. In your keyboard, there is an escape switch. Do escape first. Then colon WQ. Escape means you are coming out from insert mode. And then you can say colon WQ. You have to type colon WQ. So what will happen? Let me explain. Escape. Colon. So you can see colon WQ. W means write. Q means quit. So you do escape. First you do escape switch. Then you do colon WQ. Q means quit. WQ means write and quit. So you can come out from this part. So if I do WQ, enter, I'm out. So when I'm out, I can now do cat data and I have my file. Give me thumbs up if you're able to do so. Or ask question. In order to come out, first you need to do escape, colon WQ. W means write, Q means quit. You press enter, you're out. And now do cat data just to make sure the file has your data. So good news, your file has the data. It does not just disappear. Cat data, and you can see that file.
Yeah, when the screen cleared, I thought I did something wrong, but cat data worked. It showed back up, but I just initially got worried when it cleared.
See how nice it is when you talk, right? In 25, right? 2025, we need to make sure microphone, headset, everything works, right? Otherwise, we are going like maybe 2020, right? So make sure your computers are good, well equipped, because you're not like a, what you call easy user. You are very professional user, right? I love that. Thank you. Thank you, Emma, for confirming. Everyone is good? So now, see guys, I can explain certain level. After certain things, you may watch recording, you can do it. So now we are going to create the similar thing with the pig. But what I really want to do is I want to copy all at once, but step by step, I want to educate you. So first, let me go back to my, what you call, forum. Now what we are going to do, this entire things, I want to walk you through step by step. Pay attention. First line, read the file which you just created, and it will create 3 columns. with the data types. And that will be creating alias. So it will print it. Now the second line, use that file and say for each generate name and email. So you have here your 3 columns. From 3 columns, you're saying I want name and I want email. So you cherry pick 2 columns. So now your 2 columns, and that will be created data 1. You're dumping it. So first you have 3 columns. I'm showing you how to cherry pick the columns. If you want to cherry pick the column, you use for each, and then your data, which data is nothing but your file, you memorize file, generate name and email. Name is you have used here, and email you have used here. So that's what you use. Now you can say from this file, limit data to. It means as they show only two record. So you're limiting 2. You're taking this file, limiting 2. So now your data 2, you're printing. So this will print only 2 rows because you say limit 2. So if you have 50 billion rows, and if you want to limit 5,000, you just say limit that file and then 5,000. So it will limit the 5,000. So here, this command, load data, this command helps you to select column. This command helps you to control how many lines you want to see. So you're saying this number, instead of 2, you can have 10, you can have 100, you can have whatever you want. So that will control the row. Now, you're saying order data, which is, when you say order data, you're referring to this one. By age ascending. So this is your column, age, and you're saying ascending. So now, entire file will be ordered based on the age column. These command, order that and create a new file. You see, every time you're creating a new file. Now, this file is created. Now using for each data, generate name. So you can see whenever you use for each, then you can use any file. You're using this generate name. So you are saying, I only want to get a name, and you're dumping. Now you're saying in that name, please understand, in that name, distinct data file. It means whatever this file which you generate has only name. So if the names are repeated, I'm saying suppress that name. So you're suppressing the duplicate. And now you print here, so you're printing only unique name. And this one, describe will print structure of data 1. So when you say structure of data 1 means if you see data 1 is this one. So data 1 structure means you have 2 columns. So you will see this one name is a character array, and email is a character array. So this is what we are doing. This program which you have is a 50% as a pig, because no matter where you do in a pig in a life, you will be loading the file. You might have 5 files, so you will run the same command. The only thing will change is the file name, and your command will change. And then you will be cherry picking the column. You will be restricting the rows. You will be ordering that. You will be cherry picking that. You will be suppressing duplicate. So this is a 50% of pig is in front of you. Any questions before we bring this thing in our cluster? Any question, anything which does not make sense? Okay, so let's copy that. So you're going to copy from here to here. Please understand, you're going to copy here to here, Control C. Please understand, make sure you copy here to here, Control C, copy that. After you copy, go to your EMR, and this time you're going to say VI data.pig. I normally keep the consistency. Data is the file, and data.pig is the pig program. I normally keep the consistency, so it's more readable. So VI data.pig, that's our file. So when you open the file, it will be read only. First thing, always you do I, lowercase I stands for insert. Once you do that, you right click and paste. So your files added. So if I press enter, it's a read only. You press I stands for insert. You can see insert shows up here. Now you right click and paste. So you can see entire file. At this moment, any question, concerns, doubt? This has to match exactly the file. This is single quotation, right? Everything we explained. So what will happen? This program dumps so many things because I'm doing one. Normally what I teach is one line at a time. So you load it, then you are selecting the column, then you are selecting the row, only two, then you're doing order particular column, then you are printing it, then you are suppressing duplicate, distinct means suppressing duplicate. So, but it doesn't matter. Once you write this thing, you do escape now, colon WQ, colon WQ, W means write and Q means quit. So let's do that, escape. When you do escape, insert disappear, escape, insert disappear, colon WQ. Please understand the sequence is very simple. Use your keyboard escape. Then you do colon. When you do colon, you need to do shift, right? So colon will show up. Then WQ. These are Linux command. WQ. W means write, Q means quit. So press enter. So you quit it. Now, if you want to see that, so you can say cat data.pig. So you can see entire pig command. So you can run that cat data.pig. So you can see entire pig command. Give me thumbs up if you're able to see this thing. Good so far? Good, very good. Very, very good. Good. If you have any problem, please pick up. The goal of the exercise, you should learn alone. Trust me, pig is extremely simple. Pig and Hive gives you maximum value. I can tell you, anyone who has done any programming in the world, you will not find the simplest language like pig and Hive. Within 2 hours, you can learn. That simple it is, and gives you huge marketability. And funny part, very limited people understand that, because no one has explained this way, how to create cluster, how to go through that. There is a hype, oh my God, I don't know. And there's no way you can learn because there's no special book, there's no way. So that's why people are afraid of this thing. But pig is extremely easy, okay? Now we are going to run it. So when you run pig -x local, local means I'm going to run in local mode, and my file name is data.pig. So please understand, I'm running pig -x local. So I'm running in my local mode, and my pig file is data.pig, which is this one. So the way it will happen, this file will read. It will be one line by line. It will process the command and it will convert into MapReduce and it will execute. So there are a lot of result will happen. We'll see one at a time. So pig space -x space local space data.pig. This is your brilliant command if you want to run in local. But if you want to run in HDFS, remove these two things, -x and local, then it will run in HDFS. But that time, data.pig will look for the data file in HDFS. I'll cover in next week, because I don't want to cover too many things tonight and create a confusion. So right now, press enter, and it's going to take a long time because we're running too many times dump. So every time I run dump, MapReduce will trigger. So MapReduce will trigger so many times, but you will see result. The goal of the exercise is not going to spend too much time in reading one at a time. So I'm running all at once. In a real life, what you do, you check it and comment out this by dash. You comment out. Only you keep dump at the last. So the last dump you can see, but you don't have to have too many dumps. This is for debugging purpose. Dump is for debugging purpose. In real life, you normally do store, which I will show you next week. In real life, you do store. In production, you never do dump because it will slow down everything. Dump means you're displaying on console. Store means you're storing in the file. We'll cover that in next week. So now press enter, and it's going to run significantly longer. You see lots of things it's doing. And you can see your results are showing up here. The results are showing up here. You can carefully see that this result is the result came here, which is a distinct name. So this is the distinct name, and this is describe. Describe means structure. So in our program, if you remember, when we copy paste our program, which is here, this one is distinct name, and this one was describing the structure. So that is the structure, which is data one. Data one structure was name and email. So this one is showing up here. So that part is distinct name and structure. Other data is on the top. So if you scroll down and you have to go long up and you will find other data because we have done dump, dump, dump. So here you can see there is another dump. So this dump is a name. You can see the name and there are names are repeated. So suppress is removed. So if you scroll up a little bit, and you will see other information. So here you can see that we read the file and we selected the column. So you can see all results are visible here. If you are able to see that, then give me thumbs up. Everything successful, everything what we have done, everything went successful. So if you scroll up, you can see all the result went successfully. Your program has no error right now. So program has no error. And the way I normally do, I only keep one dump. So that way I can easily find, otherwise you have to go back and see each and every dump. But you can see literally all data is successfully visible here. There's no error. If you have error, you will not see the result. It will show error. The last thing was the structure. This is distinct file. So I'm everything working fine. How many of you are able to run it? In order to run, we use this command. If you have a problem, please speak up. Pig space -x local space data.pig. Data.pig is your pig file. This is your pig file. And this one is your mode which you are running. So we are running in a local mode. Alma, are you able to run?
Yes, I sent my thumb.
Okay, Priyank is good. Devon? Malaki?
Yep.
Good. Good. Awesome. Now, please understand, tonight I don't want to cover too much thing. I want to make sure you understand basic fundamental. One more time, I want to make sure you understand this file we created. This file we created, and the file we created through VI, right? VI data. So through VI data, we created a file. Once we open the file, it is read only, so we press I. Whatever we copy, we paste here by right click and paste. When we right click and paste, and then we do escape, :WQ. WQ means write and quit, so you come out of the file. But that file is created with this data. That's a step one. The step two, we created another file called data.pig. We did not use gedit, we used VI. VI data.pig, it opens. The first thing we do is I stands for insert. Whole program we copy from here and we right click and paste. Then we do escape, :WQ. :WQ means write and quit. So that will quit that. After that, we run this program, pig -x local.data.pig. And when you do that program, you will be able to see all the results step by step. You will see the result. And this is, it works. Now, there are hundreds of use cases. So if you want to run this program, we'll do this one and then we'll do quiz. So we'll do the same exercise one more time. Let's assume I have a log file. So I want to tell you use case. What happened? People are buying stuff on Amazon. So every time they buy, they write a log. They write log, what people are buying, how long they're spending. So these are the people, and what time and what operation they are doing. So I want to analyze that. So this command, so see the steps. First, we're going to create a file. This file we create through VI, file name will be log. That's our step one. We're going to use VI. We're going to say log. We'll have the file will open. We'll say I stands for insert. We copy and paste this thing. We'll do escape, :WQ. You can see how many times we repeat these steps, right? Anybody can understand. So this will be a log file. Then we will create another pig file called log.pig. We are going to say log. Please understand, we're going to say log. And the log file, this is the file we're going to read as user character array. This is a 3-step. Why? Because the first column is the string character array. The second is the timestamp, which is a character array. And third is also character array. And now we are grouping here. So we are grouping, we are saying group this file which you just created, group by user. So we are saying the first column which you have is repeated. I want to group them. So please understand what we are trying to do. The first column you have, you name that column as a user. So what you are saying, whatever file you log it, now read that file and group by user. So when you group by user, what will happen? Mike will be one group. This is Mike. Then you will have Mary. So Mary is in one group. And then you will have Kevin. So Kevin will be one group. So you will have three groups. So technically speaking, you have Mike one group, you have Kevin one group, and you have Mary one group. And then you can count how many records you have in group. So you can say Mike is performed 2 commands, or Mary has performed 3 commands, just an example. So you can see nice group. So sometime if you want to know customer, how much they purchased, or customers, how many times they complain. All those things are group. Group means you have a bunch of data, and from there you want to cluster how many times something repeat. So here we are clustering based on name. If name is same, then we want to count how many times, or you can do summary or sum. In coming class, we'll do more advanced exercise, but this is step by step, we're gonna do it. So right now, let's go copy first. Select this thing and do Control C. So here we are selecting and we're gonna do Control C. Make sure it's copy. Now go back to your EMR and we are going to do here vi space log. Vi space log. So we're gonna write a command vi lowercase vi and file name will be log, log. Press enter. File will open. First thing you need to do I, then right click and paste, then escape :W Q. Remember, this is the lifetime practice. You will be doing millions of times. Vi log. So you are here. First thing is I. I stands for insert. Then you right click and you paste it. So the file is pasted. This file has 3 columns. And it is separated by tab. So normally we use peak storage for reading file, but by default peak storage is tab. So that's why we are not using it. Otherwise we use peak storage. We do single quotation /T. T stands for tab. So we are saying read this file as a tab delimited. So peak needs to understand how to read this file. But tab is a by default. You don't have to write peak storage. It by default read it, which is a beautiful part. Now do escape, press the escape key, then do :W Q. W means write, Q means quit. So escape :W Q. So you're out. Always check cat log. So file has this. Give me thumbs up. Then are you able to create a log file? Awesome, good job. See guys, you motivate me. Trust me, speaking for 3 hours is very tough. And especially explaining someone who is not giving thumbs up or not chatting is very tough. So thank you. Thank you for being a communicator, great communicator. So thank you. So I have now log file. Let's go back. And now we are going to copy this portion, which is our peak file. One more time, we're reading log. We are not writing peak storage here because by default it is a tab. So that's why it automatically converts data to this column, and we are creating a relation or variable log. Using that log, we're going to group by user because that's repeating. Once we have group, we use that group and we are saying for each generate group and count how many times. This is the capital. Make sure you understand count is the capital word. And then we count and then we're going to dump that result. So it will give me Mike how many times, Kevin how many times, like that you will see that. So let's select this thing. Control C. Let's go back. Here, the first thing we're going to do is vi log.p. Log.p. So vi log.p. vi log.p. Log.p. Press enter. Press I. And then you do right click and paste it. So you have entire script here. First line is reading the log file. Second line is creating a group by user. User is the column, which is repeated column. Once you have that, you say for each group, keep the group as a key and then count how many groups you have. So you can see like a key and count. So you will see that you will know how many times it repeats. It's kind of simple exercise, and dump will show the result. Okay. So now do escape colon WQ and enter. Escape colon WQ. So you're out. You cat log.pig. So you can see that file is created. You can see how easy it is. Whatever I'm doing in right now, 5 minutes in industry, this I will take 5 days. Trust me. And I don't want, no one will disturb me. So 5 minutes I will work, and rest of the time I enjoy. That is the power of big data. So most of the people who work in big data, they can work in multiple jobs too. It's your expertise people are paying. What I'm showing you in a quick and easy, because I have done the homework. Many people spend time to write this line and they take hours. Why? Because they make a spelling mistakes, they don't type correctly, because they don't know. So I have done a heavy lifting for you. So I always suggest have a piggy bank ready. So cut and paste, modify as you go further. Like example, I want to modify, I'll show you how to modify. Once your baseline is ready, you can add more, right? Example, instead of count, if you want to know salary, I can do that, max, mean, average, like that. So there are so many advanced things we're going to learn in coming class. But right now, let's run it. So if you want to run pig space -x space local, and the file is log.pig. So please understand, pig -x local space log.pig. Log.pig is your pig file, which is this. It's going to run all, and it's going to dump the last result, which is the group and its count. Press enter and see how it works. Because you are using EMR, which is high end, so fast. And look at that. Give me thumbs up if you're able to see the result. You see how beautiful it is. If you have billions of rows, you will still get the same result, same fast. And that's the power of big data. Because right now we are running on a local mode. But if I have, let's say, like a Bible or a big book, right? Any big book you have, same command, I can run this thing in less than a minute or two. Billions of, trillions of files. Why? Because I will be using 50,000 nodes. Make sense or no? So think about all 50,000 nodes will be working, and that is the speed you get. Same command, the only thing you remove, instead of pig -x local, you're going to run in Hadoop. Okay? So right now, let's terminate our cluster. So we can do quiz quickly. So I'm in an EMR. Never forget to terminate your cluster. Otherwise, it's going to cost you a lot more money. So click here and terminate. So you will be charged only. So are you sure you want to terminate? Any pending work? No problem, terminate it. So it's going to terminate. I hope all of you are able to go back to your cluster and click on terminate. Never forget that. It's going to charge a lot of money. So please terminate. Once you click that, it becomes a gray. It means it will be terminated automatically. Now it's a quiz time. Are you guys ready? Let's see how much you do it. Okay, so what would be the first command?
Load.
Very good. See, was it hard at all? All right, let's go to the next one.
What is the default? Pig storage?
Storage, I
This
think.
is the correct command.
Yeah, pig storage.
The pig storage reads file and write files too. Read and write file, but it is by default using tab. If you want tab, you don't have to write. Okay? Dump command is for temporary display.
Store command. To say that. The third one?
You guys agree?
Yep.
Okay, let's do that.
No, the crunch. The last one?
Grunt is for interactive.
Yeah.
Remember, we use pig and press enter, and then grunt shows up, right? Remember, before break, we did a @C password. Yes or no?
Yep.
Right? I normally don't use it because it doesn't save my command, right? It's for debugging purpose only.
Okay. Maybe.
See how easy it is. Think about it. You are learning Oracle, where you spend hundreds of hours to learn select command and all. Here you are hardly 15 command. You already know 50% of P.
Execution is used. Pig. Local.
Very good. Local mode. Good.
Output. Don't.
Don't.
Very good.
Comment. Isn't it the
Actually, this question is incorrect. I want to
I
make
would
sure
say,
this
is it the last
is
two?
not a syntax, which is not which one, which is the syntax to add comment to pixel. No, which is not correct syntax, which is
Mm.
Oh,
not
gotcha.
The second one.
correct syntax. So basically, no. So let me do this thing. Which one is multi? Which one is multi-line? Right? Syntax to add multi-line.
The third one.
Oh, the third one.
And this one, right? So I'm going to fix that thing. Sorry for that. Because this one is the correct answer. I'm going to remove this thing. So that way. Okay. So this one is correct answer. Next one.
So describe structure.
Display structure. So show the structures of a relations, right? Structure of relationship. Basically, it shows what column and what data types you have.
The transformations change element for each.
For each. Mhm.
Order relation. Order. Sort. Wait, what is the correct usage of order? Order by column name. Or the third one?
So relationship always come after.
Oh, wait, the column name.
Yeah. So this is the table name, right? So
Yeah.
order A by column name. So this is the correct answer.
Oh, I gotcha.
What is the correct? Oh, okay.
Because you are saying order, then this is your order data by age.
Yeah.
Right?
I misunderstood the question. I got you now. Okay.
We have done here. I'll show you.
No, I understand the concept. I was thinking, why would you order a column? I understood the question wrong.
No problem. Yeah, almost there. Now next one.
Where pig scripts executed.
Um,
Distributed mode.
the file, HDF.
Local mode, it runs in one machine. Local mode run in one machine. Local mode. But when you run in distributed mode, it runs map reduce. And when you run map reduce, it runs in HDFS.
HDF. Yep.
Make sense or no?
Mm-hmm.
As I said before, 50% already you know, guys.
The
First
using
of all,
storage.
load.
The fourth
It
one.
gives you already.
Wouldn't it be the third one? Using pig storage.
CSV.
Yeah. Okay.
Right comma.
Using pig
If it's
storage.
slash T, if you're slash T, you don't need. So here,
Mhm.
load data using pig storage because it's a CSV, so comma separated.
Mm-hmm. Return. The last one. The top end.
Top end rows.
Very good.
List all files in the file system. LS list all. Yeah.
List of files,
Mhm.
right? LS means list.
Mhm.
See,
Oh, good catch. I missed that one. Mhm.
very good. So trust me, most of my interview, when I apply for big job, to be honest with you, they ask this type of simple question. The only thing we need to understand in this class is what data I need to process, right? Right now we are using one, but in a coming class, we will use multiple data. And then we will do joins, we'll do filtering, we'll do grouping, and we create a flow, data flow, like example, two files together, and then we create this thing, and we create one, and then we do grouping, and then we say, okay, this grouping now go here. So those type of things. So your script will be like this. Each script you can run independently, and you test out before you go to next one. And this one is called relation. Relation means like a table basically, but this is intermediate table. Every time you have intermediate table. You see that beautiful part about it. This way you can parallelly work because they are not dependent. You're not using file. This is running. So this one runs on 5 machines based on the data. So Michigan data run 5 machines, or Australia, like Chicago data run. So there are the goal of the exercise. Each command run independently. So we are not tying all command together. When you write a program, you're tying all together. So program run is sequential. Here, this is data flow. Each command runs independently in different machine. And that's why you get a speed. So next week, when we come in, I'm hoping and humbly request you should have a EMR. If you need a better machine to buy, I would strongly buy, because why to limit career because of tools? You can buy old Dell machine in $200, right? Don't restrict yourself. Such a beautiful class with limited tools, you will lose the value. Remember, this class is high value in a market aspect. I cannot emphasize enough. When you say in your resume big data, it goes highest privilege. You can say Power BI, Tableau, and all. You're in a crowd. In your crowd. But when you add a big data, Spark, Hadoop, Big, Hive, you're elite member. Interview will be lighter. People won't ask you too many questions. You know why? Because very limited people knows about Hadoop. And you will have that respect. So again, I can only teach and I can only inspire you. You have career, define your career path, buy a new machine, microphone is not working, camera is not working. Those are not going to help you. Have a good machine. Create EMR, practice this. Next class come with full confidence and active participation.